The rest of the weekend, right? We've got a very busy day tomorrow as well.
So this is a look at what we are tracking. There's the threat tomorrow, the imminent threat right now in terms of where tornadoes are possible. Watches, meaning that conditions are favorable. There's enough confidence that there could be tornadoes here, not just, a few tornadoes, but several tornadoes, possibly long-lasting, strong tornadoes, PDS, particularly dangerous situation tornado watch. I like to think of it as we're watching for warnings, and when we get the warnings, we take action.
All right, so we also have, you can see just a little bit of the yellow there. Chicago and Milwaukee are both also under severe thunderstorm watches now into the overnight hours. So this is a huge storm system. This thing extends almost 1,000 miles from Louisiana all the way up into Wisconsin. And all along this area, we've got warnings.
Jackie, we are seeing a lot of red tonight. Red tornado warnings right here, 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 here. I mean, it's this whole line. And then here, all up here, these warnings are all severe thunderstorm warnings. And just about everywhere, we're seeing severe thunderstorm warnings.
So we've got a damaging wind threat. We've had a lot of large hail, and we have the tornado threat. We've had some tornadoes already that have been confirmed tonight causing damage in the state of Missouri. So we want to start out closest to the St. Louis metro area. St. Louis no longer under any warnings right now, though we got to keep an eye on these storms down here that could be moving back through on the south side, but it's east of St. Louis where we have a tornado warning for Bond, Fayette, and Marion counties. That warning in effect until 11:30.
Yeah, and this is right along, this one right here in particular is right along Interstate 70 as it is moving off from the west to the east here, just going right along the interstate. You really hope that if anybody's on the road, that they're aware of what's going on, because going from Terre Haute, just cruising along, and all of a sudden, bam, you are in a nasty, nasty storm.
So a lot of heavy rain. You can see the little hook feature right in there. That's the area of concern for where the rotation is going to be, right in here. And then the brighter reflectivity where you see this hot pink color, that's likely where we're seeing some of the larger hail. And that's going to be heading right towards Vandalia. So Interstate 70, it's a hail threat. The tornado would likely be to the south of you, and this is a Doppler radar indicated tornado right now, but it has the potential of having a big impact really at any time.
And all along this line here, these storms have been, if the warning goes away, it seems like it just comes right back. There's just the rotating part of these storms and individual storms. It looks like they're kind of starting to come together, but they are still definitely their individual storms all up and down the line, especially here in southern Missouri and into Arkansas.
Now, some of these warnings were producing tornadoes and caused some damage earlier. Heather, let's take a look, if we can, at some of these and make sure that we don't have any observed tags on them at the moment. This one looks a little concerning, and down towards Poplar Bluff, yes. So this is a pretty populated area. Butler, Ripley counties under an observed tornado warning, a considerable threat and danger. So there we can see some very bright colors indicating where we have the area of worst rotation, and that's going to be heading right towards Poplar Bluff, likely on the south side of town here.
I mean, that's the tell right there. Just a little bit of green, but just part of the storm is doing something different, and that's wind blowing in a completely different direction. And that doesn't happen very much in the atmosphere, but when it does, we know why it's happening in this scenario, in this makeup. There is a rotating thunderstorm here, likely associated with a tornado.
So Glenn, this is just about on top of you right now. You need to get to your tornado safe place. Naylor at 11:16, Neelyville at 11:23, Hanleyville at 11:41, and then 11:49 it would be arriving at Ash Hill. So just a reminder, your tornado safe place is a basement if you have one. If you don't, you want to get to the lowest level of your home, to an interior room. Basically, you want as many walls as you can possibly have between you and the outside of your home.
And there is the green, the blue, and this would be, you can imagine it being a little bit red. Some of the colors are not always spot on, but you get the idea of what they're doing. One direction, the other direction. Same story here. Winds toward, winds away. That is some tight rotation here. observing considerable threat.
So that's Wayne County. This is a radar indicated one on the south side. That one's more concerning. That includes you in 12 Mile. That's for Madison County here. Cape Girardeau is just over here, by the way, if you're wondering where this is in the state of Missouri. So we've got some rotation. It's actually pretty tight. Just,
it is. It's really
right
tight
outside
there.
of where we've got the warning.
Yeah, right there. You see 1 pixel and pixel right there. It's just really tight in here.
All right, so 12 Mile, Frederickstown, anywhere there along Highway 67, you need to be in your tornado safe place. Hopefully folks are not on the roads in that area. All right, so we covered these. Let's take our way down here into the state of Missouri. There's Jonesboro for you. Here's Memphis. Just a reminder, Memphis, you're under that PDS tornado watch. So once this line catches up and moves towards you, this could be really dangerous. So if you're thinking about hitting hay tonight, you want to make sure you have a way to get alerted, because these are going to go through before you wake up tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and here's Pine Bluff, and this one really has and still has that appendage, that hook there, and that's associated with what's going on around the storm, with winds going up into it, coming down and around, and creating that classic telltale hook echo, the look here, giving us that radar indicator. Radar tells us enough that there is a hook in here.
Yeah, take a look at that, right? Right in there. Just outside of Leola, heading towards Sheridan. There you can see Interstate 530. There's Little Rock up towards your north. To put that in perspective for you, Sheridan, it should be arriving around 11:18. So 11:18 for Sheridan, and it's going to be moving across the highway there and heading towards Interstate 530 after that. So we've got storms north of Little Rock. We got storms south of Little Rock right now. We also have another area. If we could go farther to the south, I want to show you some storms that are beginning to develop as we go into the state of Mississippi. So look at these little renegade storms out ahead of where the main line is. All the action has generally been within a line across the nation's midsection, and now we've got some new ones that are trying to spin up here and trying to intensify as they get closer towards Greenwood, Mississippi.
And you see it heading right there. Here's Greenwood, and it's just on the edge of the warning. And so you can just kind of stare at this and just pattern recognition, what has been the trend. You can imagine if this does get, an extended warning, which it looks like it would just pop it right over Greenwood.
So we'll see, there's more stuff trying to develop to the north of there. We'll see if that continues to intensify or not. And there you can see some more showers, not severe though, to the south of Jackson. This is an area that we're really concerned about for severe weather as we go into tomorrow. So we're going to go to commercial break right now. Chris and I will be back in just a moment, and we're going to talk about tomorrow's threat, which has torcons as high as a 9.